Nagaland Deputy Chief Minister Y. Paton calls for acceleration of the Naga peace process, maintaining that if solution could not be brought before the 2023 Assembly elections, the legislature were ready to pave the way. However, if solution is not granted before the elections, it would not be possible for the legislators to step down after the polls. Undaunted by recent defection of 21 party MLAs to the Nationalist Democratic Progressive Party, Naga People's Front calls the move shocking but expected. Newly appointed NPF Legislative Party leader Kuzuluzo Nino says the party will carry forward the aspirations and voice of the Naga people. Newly appointed NPF Legislative Party leader Kuzuluzo Azonino says NPF not averse to alliance with any political parties as his part aims to carry forward the aspiration and voice of the Naga people. Also optimistic that even with 4 MLAs, party leaders and workers, NPF to experience new changes to reach greater heights in the future. Nagaland Timber Traders Union temporarily lifts its indefinite economic blockade on parent district following an emergency meeting of Nltv and affiliated unit members on Tuesday. Decision comes in view of a joint consultative meeting convened by the State Home Commissioner on May 5. Union Minister Rajiv Chandrasekhar on a 3-day visit beginning Wednesday to review developmental works in an aspirational district and inaugurate 5 National Institute of Electronics and Information and Technology centers in the northeastern region, including one at Dimapur. Hello and welcome to Nagaland TV. You are tuned in to Nagaland TV English News now. Let's look at the stories in detail. The State Deputy Chief Minister Y. Paton called for accelerating the Naga peace process, maintaining that if solution could not be brought before the 2023 Assembly elections, the legislature were ready to pave the way. However, if solution is not granted before the elections, it would not be possible for the legislators to step down after the polls. Paton stated these words while addressing the final day of the 3-day Muatsa festival at Imkong Marin Sports Complex in Mogochong as chief guest. Paton also stated that government alone cannot bring changes in the society and hence appealed for cooperation, positive thinking and stated that the action of the people will bring about progressive transformation in Naga society. Paton also mentioned that positive change would come as it had been mentioned in the government programs, but definitely not in a hurry. Extending more greetings to the Ao community, Paton urged the people to strengthen the bond of friendship through the festival. Paton also appreciated the Ao Center for inviting all tribal hohos to take part in this year's Muatsa and termed it as a red letter day for the Nagas. The program was also attended by Tribal Affairs and Higher Education Minister Tenyime Along appreciated the tribal Hoho leaders for their acknowledgement and gratitude towards the Ao community and reminded the Aos to take more responsibilities to foster friendship among the Nagas, and that would bring unity that could not be broken by tribalism. The function was also attended by Ministers Dongbang Uzgum, Kashiho Sangdam and advisors Gajito Kinimi, Tovihodo Ayemi and a host of dignitaries. Naga People's Front Legislative Party leader Kuzuluzo Azonino stated that NPF was not averse to alliance with any political parties or leaders. Azo said this on Tuesday while delivering a speech during the felicitation program held at the party's central office Kohima. Notably, Azo opined that NPF is open to alliance as the party's goal was to carry forward the aspiration and voice of the Naga people. Azo further encouraged the party workers to first seek God and carry forward the party. Furthermore, Azo was optimistic that even with 4 MLAs, party leaders and workers, the party will experience new changes to reach greater heights in the near future. Undaunted by the recent defection of 21 party MLAs to the Nationalist Democratic Progressive Party, newly appointed Naga People's Front Legislature Party leader Kuzulozo Azoninu on Tuesday said the party will carry forward the aspirations and voice of the Naga people. During the felicitation of Ninu and the new chief whip of the NPF Legislature Party, Dr. Ngangshi K.Au, in NPF Central Office in Kohima, Ninu said that the defection of the MLAs, including the former leader of NPF Legislature Party and former Chief Minister Tia Ziliang, was shocking. However, was on the expected line. Meanwhile, new chief whip of the party, Au, asserted that with a clean house, the NPF will start afresh for better politics and to do justice to the people of Nagaland. Au also added that politics is clean, yet we played dirty, while cautioning the party to be careful in allotting tickets for the coming assembly election due early next year. On the other hand, Secretary General of the party, Achambemu Kikon, who chaired the program, urged the party workers to extend the fullest support to the new leaders to take the party to new heights. NPF Working President Apong Punganer said the defections are not a new experience for the party, adding that it has overcome all the crises in the past. In the tussle between the Nagaland Timber Traders Union and parent civil society organizations, the NTTU has temporarily suspended its indefinite economic blockade on parent district. The decision to temporarily lift the blockade was taken around noon on Tuesday after an emergency meeting of NTTU and affiliated unit members. NTTU leaders informed its members and volunteers that the state government, in a circular, requested NTTU to lift the blockade in view of a joint consultative meeting convened by the State Home Commissioner on May 5. It is to be mentioned that a consultative meeting is to be conducted between NTTU and civil societies under parent district on May 5 at 11 a.m. at the Conference Hall Commissioner, Nagaland, as stated by Assistant Commissioner, Headquarter Benjamin Longkap. The circular further informed the Deputy Commissioner Peren, District Forest Officer Peren, ADC Chaluki, and representatives of NTTU, Nagaland Ziliang People's Organization, Ziliang Rong Body, Liang Mai Council, Zimi Council, Ziliang Rong Students Union to attend the meeting without fail. A consultative meeting between Nagaland Timber Traders Union and civil society organizations on the parent district has convened on Tuesday, 11 a.m. at the Conference Hall of Commissioner Office, Kohima, upon which Parent Deputy Commissioner, District Forest Officer Peren, Additional Deputy Commissioner Jaluki, President of NTTU, Nagaland Ziliang People's Organization, Ziliang Rong Body, Liang Mai Council, Zimi Council, and Ziliang Rong Students Union are requested to attend the meeting without fail. Former Nagaland Chief Minister and UDA Chairman T.R. Ziliang expressed concern over the trend of migration from village to town, and expressed fear on losing the unique culture and identity of the Nagas. On the inauguration program of Ziliang Rong Ram Colony Welcome Gate, Ziliang opined that many people, after settling down in towns, give less importance to festivals and cultures. Ziliang thus urged the youth to learn about their own culture while the leaders are still alive, so that they can take it forward to the next generations. He reminded, if one does not preserve land, history, culture and traditions, invaders will remove us and make it their own history. Further, he stressed on the brotherhood of Ziliangs, stating that even if they are separated by artificial boundaries, they must work together and respect each other. He also acknowledged the concerned officials for changing the nomenclature to Ziliang Rong Ram, saying that Ram means where Ziliang people live. The District Development Coordination and Monitoring Committee meeting of Peran was held on Monday at DC's Conference Hall in Peran. Notably, Member of Parliament Lok Sabha ABD Disha Chairperson Tokheho Yeptomi chaired the meeting. During the meeting, various central sponsored schemes and programs that have been implemented in the district were discussed, and various line departments comprising of PHED, RD, Agriculture and Lead Bank Manager highlighted the status of these schemes through a PowerPoint presentation. Furthermore, Yeptomi informed that members that another second quarterly Disha meeting would be held tentatively towards the end of August or early part of September, and further advised the departmental heads that come under the purview of Disha to ensure that centrally sponsored schemes and programs are implemented smoothly in the district. After the long-standing land dispute in the southern Angami area, the Tenyime People's Organization Board of Arbitrators attempted to give their final verdict on the issue on Tuesday. However, judgment could not be delivered as the contending parties were not prepared to accept the judgment. Thus, the TPO-BOA sought a better time to deliver their judgment and appealed to the churches and the Tenyime people to pray for instilling faith and wisdom for a peaceable solution. It may be mentioned that the final judgment to the 5-year pending issue involving the Southern Angami Public Organization Mao Council in accordance to the Tenyime customary laws and practices was awaited before April 30. Meanwhile, the BOA convener Sovenier during the 21st General Session on Tuesday at Purul Akutpa village in Senapati district of Manipur informed that only through better understanding and amicable settlement that the issue can be resolved. Moreover, a search committee was also constituted on Tuesday to appoint new office bearers for the next tenure and is set to meet on June 3 in Kohima, where the BOA will be presenting the written report. Notably, TPO Board of Arbitrators comprises of 2 member representatives, each from the 10 Tenyime tribes. A seminar on monetizing agri-horti organic potentials of the Northeast through value chain development commemorating the 75th year of independence Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav was held on Monday at Northeast Agri Expo Ang House in Fort Mile, Dimapur. Notably, the seminar was being organized by the Agri and Allied Department, Government of Nagaland under the aegis of the Ministry of Development of the Northeastern Region and NEC, Government of India. The Tenyime People's Organization held its 21st General Session at Purul Akutpa village, Senapati district of Manipur, on Wednesday under the theme Tenyime yesterday, today and tomorrow. The TPO is an apex body of 10 Tenyime tribes from Nagaland, Manipur and Assam. Speaking at the occasion, special guest Minister Nipak Renu described the theme as the right time to discuss about yesterday, today and tomorrow for a bright and better future. Renu said that the Tenyime were known for their sincerity, honesty, hospitality, hardworking and bravery. He said that it is time for the Tenyimes to play an important role in the Naga political issue and take a wise and bold decision. Union Minister Rajiv Chandrasekhar is scheduled to be in Nagaland on a 3-day visit beginning Wednesday to review developmental works in an aspirational district and inaugurate 5 National Institute of Electronics and Information and Technology centers in the northeastern region, including one at Dimapur. Notably, the Union Minister of State for Electronics and IT Skill Development and Entrepreneurship will be traveling to Kifri to review the progress of the aspirational district program of the central government. Furthermore, during his visit, or during his stay in the state, the union minister will also visit Jan Shikshan Sanstan and interact with the students and faculty engaged in skill training. It may also be mentioned that the minister will attend a media interaction program in Kifri and will then also visit Longwa village in Mon district, where he will again have a review meeting with the Mon district administration. The Mon Chamber of Commerce and Industry on Tuesday decided to withdraw the shutters down after having a meeting with several stakeholders at DC's office on Tuesday. Notably, indefinite lightning shutdown of shops in Mon Town was imposed by the Mon Chamber of Commerce and Industry due to the rampant taxation donation drive, checking of goods, etc. In a letter to Deputy Commissioner Mon, the Mon Chamber of Commerce and Industry stated that amid businesses being adversely affected by COVID-19 pandemic lockdown, the business communities were unable to conduct business activities due to the rampant taxation and checking by different individuals, NGOs, overground and underground groups. Hence, shutdown was imposed. In a big boost to the power sector, the Department of New and Renewable Energy commissioned a 1 megawatt hydroelectric project at Nzutsung in Longsa village on May 3. Notably, this is the first privately run hydroelectric project in Mokokchung. The project was formally inaugurated by Mulamuki Kon, advisor for IT and Science and Technology of NRE, and was dedicated by Moalenten Baptist Church pastor. According to sources, the unique feature of this hydro project is that the government will formally hand over the plan to Longsa Village Council through a memorandum of understanding that will be signed within a short time. Molamo also informed the gathering that the Chief Minister has accepted the proposal to hand over the hydro project to Longsa Village, which will enable the village to manage and generate power on their own. Meanwhile, Engineer Kimaba, director of NRE, while presenting the technical report, said that the project was started in 2012 and completed in 2017, but was commissioned on May 3. It may be mentioned that RD Minister Metsubo Jamir, Longsa Village Council Chairman, Dali Chuba Longsa Gazetted Officers Union President, Libok Onan Jamir, and others, including CEO of IDAN and former Chief Secretary Alam Demshi Jamir, attended the program.
In today's time, due to the pandemic, there has been some delays in the completion of some projects in the state of Nagaland. However, the delay has also been to our advantage. And today, what was conceptualized long back, what was started in 2012, has been completed by our government today in 2022. It is a project which will bless the state of Nagaland. It is also a sign of things to come in the future, that what was envisaged, what was planned, has been completed, and it is a demonstration of the will of the government, which is supported by a very cooperative people like the Longsa Village Council. I would like to acknowledge the cooperation, the willingness and the supportive nature of Longsa Village Council in the completion of this project. This project, as my director has rightly pointed out, would not have been possible without your support and cooperation. And this is truly the hallmark and the essence of a democracy. This government is for the people. This is a people's government. And in truly demonstrating that, we have collaborated to bring about the first NRE-driven 1 megawatt hydropower project in Mokokchung district. This is a landmark in our history. Before I mention one of the few important points, let me recall our glorious past. In today's time, due to the pandemic, there has been
The Chokri Chagasang Literature Board, CCLB, conducted its annual session at Mount Sinai Higher Secondary School, Kohima, and MLA Dr. Chotisa Sazo graced the occasion as the key speaker on May 3. CCLB Chairman Ariyi Nino stated that the main objective of the board is to bring out a translation of the English Bible, hymnals, dictionaries, books, etc. into Chokri for all the Chokri-speaking areas of Chagasang community. The board also stated that they are trying to incorporate and accommodate words from areas that speak Chokri, keeping in mind the language differs from area to area. The board further requested the general public not to misunderstand or hinder the development of language. It may be mentioned that Chokri is one of the 3 major dialects spoken by the Chagasang Naga of Phek district. Nagaland team won 20 medals with 4 gold, 4 silver and 12 bronze in the Northeast Regional Sports Meet that culminated on Tuesday evening at Imphal, Manipur. Nagaland also ranked 3rd in medal behind Manipur in 1st and Assam in 2nd. Nagaland team was led by Jopovi Zecho, DSO Kohima as chief de mission. A total of 78 athletes with 11 officials from Nagaland participated in 5 disciplines, including archery, badminton, boxing, football and table tennis. The week-long sports meet saw around 700 participants with coaches and officials of 7 northeastern regions. India's President Ramnath Kovind attended the 61st annual conference of Bodo Sahitya Sabha, a regional language literary meet in western Assam's Damulpur on Wednesday. The president was accompanied by Assam Governor Professor Jagdish Mukhi, Chief Minister Dr. Himanta Biswa Sharma and other dignitaries at the mega event. Govind will leave for Aizawl on Thursday to address the 16th convocation of the Mizoram University. MP of Maharashtra Navneet Rana and her MLA husband Ravi Rana have been granted bail in the sedition case lodged against them for allegedly trying to incite communal violence by reciting Hanuman Chalisa in front of Chief Minister Uddhav Thackeray's house. Notably, the bail was granted over bonds of Rs 50,000 each with 1 or more surety of the same amount. However, the bail was a conditional one and the court has warned the couple against tampering with evidence and committing a similar offence. Moreover, it also forbade the Ranas from speaking to the media about the case. The court also strictly stated that breach of these conditions will lead to the cancellation of the bail.
With 1 or more sureties of like amount. There are certain conditions which have been imposed by the court. Number 1 condition is that they shall cooperate with the investigation by making their attendance available to the police station. Police station is directed that whenever you require their attendance, you should issue a notice in advance of 24 hours, which can be delivered to them at either personally or through their mobile or through advocate. And the other condition is that they shall not tamper, they shall not hamper. One very important condition is, which you people should also adhere to, that they are not supposed to address the press on any subject matter which is under investigation of this particular case. So that is one, let me finish first, that is one particular condition which they have to adhere to and you people also have to adhere to. So no question should be asked to them with regard to this particular case. The court has also directed that no hampering, no tampering, and if there is any case of hampering or tampering which is reported with evidence obviously, then there is a likelihood of the bail being cancelled. These are, see, operative part of the order has been announced. What are the reasons for granting?
Elon Musk on Tuesday dropped a hint at the possibility of Twitter charging for its services for commercial and government users. Notably, the Tesla CEO taking down Twitter mentioned that Twitter will always be free for casual users, but maybe a slight cost for commercial government users. The tweet was followed by another tweet by Musk, wherein he claimed that giving services for free was the reason behind the decline of the fraternal organization, Freemasons. It is to be mentioned that if Twitter implements the pay-to-post policy, it would become the first major social media company to charge users to interact with its platform. Several policy changes seem to be in line after Tesla CEO took over the micro-blogging platform, Twitter. And that's all for now. Thank you for tuning in. This is Chip and Kfung signing off.
New YY Dynamite Instant Noodles. It's extra spicy. Taste that will blow your mind.
Upor laga ting tida bhi hushna?
Hoy, sir.
Phal bara ting